Top of the hour to you. Let's get going on AMHQ. We'll get your day started Tuesday, May 19th. And it's amazing out there. Take a look at the big chill we're delivering today. Hey, Denver, you're 45 degrees. And that's not as bad as the Dakotas or northern Minnesota, but it feels more like March than May. And a chilly rain is bringing some high water plus snow about 20 miles outside of Denver. Frost and freeze alerts across 6 states today. Look at the traffic. Look at the spray of the rain in the Denver area. Fierce flash flooding. San Angelo, Texas, a headline this morning. 4 inches of rain there overnight. Water rescues, accidents, the airport shut down. Flash flood watches now out for 5 states. Jim will walk you through today's rain to add to those pictures. It's been a direct hit. Take a look, and we're going to take you out there to the State Farm Lab. Where can you, it's Tornado Week right here on the Weather Channel. Where can you stay in your home that you're safe from a projectile? Is hail a projectile? Could hailstones get through your glass and walls to you at the home? We're firing the cannon, all in the name of science. Jim, it's been an awesome morning just to watch the power of it. It really drives the message home.
Right. We're talking about a 2x4 that we've been firing through both a glass sliding door and also a wall, a standard wall in standard construction. And, you know, why we say ad nauseum, get to an interior room. All right, and you saw why this morning, hopefully here on AMHQ, next time we do it with hail. You know, Sam, we've been talking about the plains, right? How much rain we've made up. Look at San Diego. Look at San Diego here in May. The record rainfall for May, which, by the way, is one of their driest months, 2.54. We've had, so far, 2.35. So it's the second wettest May on record in San Diego. Now, that said, we're back to normal weather-wise. Don't worry about breaking that record anytime soon, because it certainly doesn't look like we're going to do that. All right, let's talk about what we got going on here as we head to the east, because we're certainly going to focus on where some of the active weather is. The deluge has happened in San Angelo. I mean, 4.64 inches of rain in 90 minutes. Half of this in about 10 minutes. Just incredible rain. We had the water rescues last night going on. Thank goodness this wasn't 5 o'clock in the afternoon, or this would have been a catastrophe. All right. Still, let's take a look at some of the pictures here around the San Angelo area because of this flooding. I mean, I don't care where you are, even on the beach, you are going to get a tremendous amount of water piling up in a big hurry, even with 4.64 inches, especially in 90 minutes. And you can see these live pictures, guys, San Angelo this morning. Okay, so this was yesterday, you know. Oh, this is today. Okay, so this is post-rain event from yesterday, and you can see the tremendous runoff that still continues. And a lot of times with flooding, you'll see the rain on the radar, you'll hear about the reports of how much fell, but then you won't see the disaster develop till about an hour later. As a matter of fact, we were talking about this south of Shreveport yesterday, and then all of a sudden we started getting the reports in down around the Ruston area about just how bad it was. Same thing in San Angelo. We heard about it during the overnight hours, then early morning hours, the water rescues, and now still you see of that amount of water running off of the San Angelo area. So a woman rescued from her car safely, thank you, nobody injured, which is exactly what we like. So where do we go from here, San Angelo? Dry out a little bit anyway, but the atmosphere reloads. We have a southeast wind coming basically upslope, so notice what happens by about 3 o'clock this afternoon, 3 to 9 o'clock, showers and thunderstorms, and yes, some of these will be heavy once again. Severe thunderstorm warning for Lynn County. That includes the O'Donnell and Tahoka area, so we're out here in West Texas, just to the south of Lubbock with this one. It's mainly a hail, maybe a little bit of wind threat coming toward Tahoka. Keep an eye out with this. Again, a lot of lightning, even if you don't get that. And of course, lightning typically is going to mean a tremendous amount of rain and or hail. And in this case, given the atmosphere and the atmospherics, we're talking about very heavy rain. Dallas, you won't get the leftovers from San Angelo. That system will weaken, but 3 to 7 o'clock tonight, get ready. Showers and storms coming your way. Look at the rainfall here, north of Amarillo, up through southwest Kansas, into eastern Colorado. I mean, this isn't just a few square miles here, Sam. I mean, this whole area is absolutely covered. Back in the mountains toward the Divide, we're getting absolutely crushed. But we're going to bust out of this drought. Yeah. We're going to bust out of it in a big way. Still a tremendous amount of rainfall forecast through Monday. Pattern doesn't break until late weekend.
All right, it's an awful lot of rain. Yes, the drought's good news, but I want to get you through it safely over the next 24 hours. And right now we have flash flood warnings out in El Paso County in Colorado. Also, flash flood warnings out in Pueblo County in Colorado as well. So just make sure, as Jim just showed you, that heavy rain continues, that you know it and you avoid it. Let's get back into those flooding rains across Texas. In San Angelo, at least a dozen water rescues since last night. One person we know of killed in a crash, and that may have been weather-related as well. Let's bring back in Jack Wiggenroth with the San Angelo National Weather Service for an update on the situation. Hey, by the way, Jim, we talked a little earlier this morning, and Jim, when we did, you were talking about the water rescues. Do we have any active right now?
No active water rescues at the moment. As far as we know, there was only 12, and like you said, there was one rescue. A lady was rescued from her car. Fortunately, she was not injured. And then the fatality accident, not sure if that was weather-related, but it certainly could have been.
All right. Hey, Jim, just let's talk about how quickly that water came up in that one rain event that just seemed to stay in the first one, and then we've had more this morning as well. But how quickly did all those creeks and streams come up?
Well, the creeks and streams are responding right now. The rain event across the city here was just tremendous. We had repeated thunderstorm activity over the city last night. It began about 10 p.m. and continued overnight through at least 2 to 3 a.m. And right now, San Angelo recorded here at the airport 4.53 inches total.
Yeah.
And that, again, was a large amount of rainfall, but we actually received a report a little bit ago of 7.5 inches, 20 northwest of San Angelo, and that was overnight, and that is causing a response in the North Concho River. We actually put the North Concho River in a major flood stage right now, and that water is flowing down. Will actually flow into one of our reservoirs that is only at a 0.5% capacity right now.
All right, well, keep an eye on that for us and let us know if that flooding continues to be a problem in the area. Folks, again, you know, just stay out of this water today. Jim, thank you so much. Wiggenroth with the NWS. Let's get to the Jen. We've got that northeast forecast. So, lady, get folks ready for their showers and also their weekend.
Yeah, you know, we know that Texas has had an incredible amount of rainfall, but even in the northeast, like Baltimore, you actually picked up 1.59 inches of rainfall yesterday. So pretty incredible stuff there. And in fact, it set a new record. As we show you in the radar, we have the rain moving through right now, Interstate 95, 295. This is really your first round, but this is also causing delays for areas like Philly as well as LaGuardia. You're already looking at some delays like an hour or more, so make sure you're checking ahead. Here's a wider view showing you we have the cold front. That's going to be coming through later in the day. We're going to be looking at some of these areas developing thunderstorms that could produce some damaging winds as well as the possibility of some hail. We're going to time it out for you, showing you here comes that first round of rainfall, and then we get into the afternoon heat and we get that front coming through. This is what we're going to be looking at. Some of these storms trying to arrive as you go about 5 o'clock for Binghamton, and then later into the evening hours for areas including parts of New York as well as into the southern parts of Connecticut. As we talk about your severe weather threat, we show you this is the area that we're watching. Of course, we'll be following this, and we're going to talk more about the big cool down across parts of the Midwest. And of course, we continue to talk more about the flooding in Texas. We'll be right back with AMHQ.
When you're not confident your company's data is secure, the possibility of a breach can quickly become the only thing you think about. That's where AT&T can help. We monitor our network traffic worldwide, so we see things others can't, mitigating risks across your business, leaving you free to focus on what matters most.
New Flonase Allergy Relief Nasal Spray. 24-hour relief that outperforms a leading allergy pill. Most allergy pills only control one inflammatory substance. Flonase controls 6. Sees the day and the night. New Flonase. 6 is greater than 1. This changes everything.
What's this? A box. It takes worn-out things and makes them better.
It's our biggest breakthrough yet. We're taking worn-out batteries and making them into something strong. Energizer Eco Advanced, world's first long-lasting battery made with 4% recycled batteries.
I'm Sam. Jim's here as well this morning.
We're all in this together.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, that was good.
And if you're watching AMHQ, then you know we got you up and out this morning. We love to see your pictures. All you got to do is show us something that's amazing out there. Every picture you share, we'll try to share it as well.
Currently in our area, 80 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Today, partly cloudy, high 87, winds east-northeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, generally clear. Low 73. Winds south-southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Wednesday, plentiful sunshine. High 87. Winds south-southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
In the Woods, new season June 7th on the Weather Channel. With its black tie style and green-minded smarts, it's easy to see why many consider Jeep Grand Cherokee to be the gold standard. One drive and you'll discover why the Jeep brand continues to be the best-selling SUV brand. Join us now during the Jeep Drive and Discover event. Get 0% financing on the 2015 Jeep Grand Cherokee, the most awarded SUV ever.
It can be hotter than Death Valley in your attic. But that's still not hot enough to sweat out bugs. Take these boxes. They're not only perfect for storing old yearbooks and pictures.
You find something?
They're also a perfect food source and nesting material for roaches. That's why I identify their favorite snacks, like old books, clothing, wood. Then I seal entryways and use the latest scientific methods. Working. Pest control down to a science.
10 minutes after the hour. Hello, America, and good morning, Denver. Boy, do we have some trouble for you this morning as you wake up. You can look at the KUSA camera that's on the left-hand side of the screen, and you just see the water on the lens, and you can just see the general traffic moving. But also look at I-25 in Orchard, and look at the spray that's out there because of the heavy rain we've got in the area there, which making driving a little bit difficult. Back it down, slow it down there. Heavy downpours. We've got to slow down on I-70 right now, according to DOT. Also had a road closure at 71 County Road there due to flooding. That was a little earlier. It's a lingering road closure, but it's still closed in that area. Well, let's get into the Denver weather because it just hasn't been the same for 3 days in a row, in weeks now. So meteorologist Danielle Grant with affiliate KUSA in Denver joins us live. And Danielle, it seems like you and I are having to talk about Denver's weather every other day here because there's a giant shift.
Seriously, this stubborn weather pattern has just been swinging those California lows directly across parts of the Rocky Mountains, affecting Colorado, and we have been seeing just these relentless rains around here. A little bit of concern. Some people, of course, are loving the rain, loving the moisture that it's bringing, and, of course, helping out with our drought situation. But a lot of folks are worried because we had to deal with flooding last week. And, again, with this storm system, we've already seen about 2/3 of rain overnight into this morning in the Denver metro area, but a lot more up in northern Colorado where we have the South Platte River. We have flood warnings, flash flood warnings in effect throughout the day. So we're going to keep a close eye on some of our local rivers. I guess the only bit of good news I can say, Sam, is the fact that our temperatures are not freezing, because certainly if we were in the 30s, all of this rain that you see behind me, so much snow, we would be talking about shoveling. Yeah. So in that regard, I think people are okay with the rain.
All right, and getting into the weekend, Danielle, just give them a little sneak peek.
Unfortunately, much of the same. We're still looking at the possibility of some scattered afternoon thunderstorms. I think temperatures are going to be a little bit warmer than today. You know, today we'll barely climb out of the 40s. Yeah. 50s tomorrow, 60s by Thursday. Yeah. And I know a lot of folks want to go out camping. They want to get their dose of that Colorado sunshine, and unfortunately, we just might have to wait a while.
Yeah, we may have to wait till after the weekend. Danielle Grant, and she's absolutely right. If your temperatures, Denver, were in the 30s, you'd be getting that snow that you're getting just about 20 miles west as you head out on I-70. Danielle, thank you so much for being with us this morning. You guys just hold on for the ride because, Jen, as we know, they're not done with it yet today.
No, they're not. You know, I have to say, Danielle always brings us just a different type of weather every week. Yeah. So if it's not heat, it's the rain, it's the snow. Hello, Denver. You've got some pretty incredible weather out there. Well, let's talk more about the Midwest. We have a big chill in place. It's supposed to be, May, and it feels much like March out there. We show you temperatures right now in the upper 30s, 40 degrees. We had some freeze warnings for areas, including parts of Dakota and Minnesota, and those are going to expire today. But as we move this ahead and show you what's going on, we have this big ridge of high pressure, and guess what? All that cold air just being funneled down towards the south and parts of the plains. It's in fact going to be in areas including parts of Texas. And you can see high temperatures today running 15 to 25 degrees below average, and that's why Danielle, it's a little cold out there because it's just plain old cold. 45 degrees today. That's almost 30 degrees below average. Rapid City 45, 54 in Chicago. Chicago, you're going to be cold today. It continues tomorrow. It's going to be even cooler out there. And then Minneapolis 64 degrees. Kansas City, you're going to feel the brunt of that cooler air tomorrow, and then you start to rebound just a touch more as you head into Thursday. But look at Amarillo, Bundle up there. We're looking at a high of 59 degrees. You know it's bad when you're actually colder than Grand Island or in Denver. As we show you Chicago's forecast, the 50s around for today as well as for tomorrow, and then average temperature, you get close to that as we head into Thursday. We're going to be right back with AMHQ coming up, and we're going to talk more about the experiment from the State Farm Lab and how we fired 2 4x4s through glass.
How many gallons of water does a 1-inch rainfall in 1 square mile contain?
Thank you for being a sailor and my daddy. Thank you, Mom, for protecting my future.
Thank you for being my hero and my dad.
I'm thankful for many things. The legacy of USAA Auto Insurance could be one of them. Our world-class service earned USAA the top spot in a study of the most recommended large companies in America. If you're current or former military or their family, see if you're eligible to get an auto insurance quote.
17 million gallons.
Andrew, Rita, Sandy. Meet Chris, Jackie, Joe. Minor damage or major disaster. When you need us most, we're there. State Farm. We're a force of nature, too.
Walmart's low prices every day, it's not just about having more savings. It's about having more fun. Great get-togethers start with low prices you can trust every day.
Think fixing your windshield's a big hassle? Not with Safelite. Just go to safelite.com. Tell us where and when you need us, and we'll come fix it right away. With Safelite, it's that easy. That's another Safelite advantage.
Safelite repair, Safelite replace.
Time to sweat, boys. Big time. Let's get this thing right.
I have made fire!
Fat Guys in the Woods. The new season starts June 7th, only on the Weather Channel.
We all want that little black dress moment, that look good, feel good moment. But when you're overweight, it's more like little black dress. I don't even want to get dressed. I'm tired. My knees hurt. I'm not going up those stairs again moment. You know what I'm saying? I'm Marie, and I lost 50 pounds on Nutrisystem.
Now you can lose weight fast with Nutrisystem's Fast 5 Plus. Lose 5 pounds in your first week, plus 1 inch off your waist, or your money back guaranteed.
You'll get perfectly portioned meals that are ready in minutes. So there's no counting, no measuring, no guesswork. Simple.
Order your 28-day Nutrisystem plan right now, including Fast 5 Plus. Get 1 week of specially selected meals. Plus, you'll get 1 week of energizing shakes free and 1 week of Craving Crusher shakes free.
This is your moment. Don't wait. Start looking and feeling great today.
Call now, 855-807-THIN, and lose your first 5 pounds fast.
The Weather Channel's most watched original program,
and it just hit us,
is back.
This is just the beginning of what's to come.
Stay tuned for your Local on the 8s brought to you by Sea-Doo. Find the watercraft that's right for you at sea-doo.com.
When you're
you're waiting for summer, every second feels like an eternity. So when it finally arrives, make every second count on a Sea-Doo watercraft. With 14 models to choose from and starting at just $49.99, there's a Sea-Doo that's right for you. At the Countdown to Summer sales event, get up to a 5-year warranty or save up to $1,000. But hurry, this offer ends May 31st. Go to seadoo.com or your local dealer for details.
Currently in our area, 80 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Today, a mix of clouds and sun. High 86. Winds east-northeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, mainly clear skies. Low 73. Winds south-southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Wednesday, sunshine. High 87. Winds south-southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Welcome back to AMHQ, everybody. You're looking at a hail pelting going on here. Good idea to have the helmets, by the way, when you're walking around. I mean, look at this. You can just make it through pea and marble-sized hail. The Gulf stones, probably not. The hen eggs, 2 inches, no. That's going to hurt the body. Look at this guy going for a free cup of water. He's holding his cup out underneath there. Weather Nerd. Tell me that wasn't the chaser stopping right there. Weather Nerd 7. Right? Yeah. You think?
That's awesome.
That is awesome. Just pick that up. Anyway, here we go. What a day, and what a day continues here for Eastern Colorado. Air Force Academy there, down there in the beautiful Colorado Springs. 1.61 inches of rain. Some of these areas have had 2.2 inches. Alamosa had a record rainfall of 0.86. This area just doesn't typically get this kind of soaking. All right, so any kind of drought that we are in now, I mean, look at, it's not just the Front Range, it's everybody out through western Kansas, and they continue to get it this morning as well. So big rains, big precipitation, that continues, and it will probably do that for another several hours or so as we see the radar is just absolutely lit up here to the north of this front through Oklahoma City on down into the Texas Panhandle. A lot of lightning too going on. So this is just all amalgamating into one big heavy rain event. Unfortunately, where is it going to go? It's going to follow the front right down along the Red River. So some of these reservoirs and lakes that are full will get even higher. So now we've gone from drought to deluge in some of these areas. This is great news for our friends in Wichita Falls. I was just so brokenhearted when we did that story last year, and it's just so nice to see them busting out of this drought in a big way. So what about our severe weather threat? Now, we've already had that heavy rain from last night move out of San Angelo, right? So they're just sitting there and they're destabilizing. I'm wondering what that thunderstorm complex is going to do to the severe weather situation today. It may calm it for some, but where we have the moisture, the fuel, and the upper air energy, the deep layer shear, cross over the Texas Panhandle, western Texas. That's where we think we're going to get supercells today. A chance for large hail, a small chance for a tornado, even into Abilene. All right, but really off to the west of that is where we think and southwest of that is where our best tornado chance is going to be, probably about a 3 out of 10 chance. And you'll notice a few supercells starting to fire 7, 8 o'clock tonight. Look at this. They bring it back into Abilene. They bring it through Dallas. They bring it up through Lake Texoma. They bring it through Oklahoma City. So everybody gets a chance at more heavy rainfall today. It is northwest Texas with a 3 out of 10 chance of a tornado within 50 miles. Again, focus on the heavy rainfall threat because that's what it is going to be. Our tornado condition index actually goes down below a 3, and I don't usually show those when that's the case, but there's always a small chance for a tornado, all right, in any thunderstorm, and it's going to be small the next couple of days, but thunderstorms will be heavy, they will produce tremendous amounts of rain, and they will continue all the way down toward the Red River. And I'll tell you, Sam, you know, it's almost like every Thursday now we are just waiting to see this drought monitor and watching it shrink and shrink and shrink because of the way that we've chipped away at this drought. I mean, when you think about just last year, we were comparing this with the 50s. Yep. In the Dust Bowl years.
Absolutely,
I mean,
absolutely. In the 30s, yeah.
We're busting out of this now.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah, we talked about it for 5 years, 10 years in some cases, Jeff. Big deal. It's a big deal. I just want to keep you safe while we're doing it. All right.
Fog is a big deal in the Northeast. We still have major delays at LGA, Philadelphia, and also some delays because of the fog at San Francisco International. But our first picture is coming out of MetLife Stadium this morning in New Jersey. Their first ever commencement they're hosting socked in fog. But congratulations to the students at Fairleigh Dickinson University. About 2,400 grads are going to pack that stadium this morning. But it's going to be foggy, but you graduate.
But your life is not going to be foggy, neither will your career.
Exactly.
Good thing.
In the meantime, in Michigan, we've got snow. This is a picture of the snow cover on the grass up in the Upper Peninsula. It's absolutely beautiful. Keep sending us those pictures. Hashtag MyWeather at AMHQ. We're also seeing flooding in Colorado. We're tracking that. We're getting pictures this morning.
Because you see the dandelions going, what is this on top of my head? Right, exactly. All right, allergy season. Could those red puffy eyes, and I'm talking about mine, go away with a juice? Could it be that simple? I want it. If we can do it, hang with it.
You could sit at your computer and read all about zero-turn mowers. Click, scroll, tweet, or you could just sit on a John Deere Z435 Easy Track and feel its power. You'll know it'll get the job done fast. When it's time to pick a mower, you've got to get on one. Visit your local John Deere dealer for a test drive today. Sign up to take your turn on an Easy Track zero-turn mower at your John Deere dealer and save $100 on your purchase.
Wow, sweet new Subaru, huh, Mitch? Yep. You're selling the Mitch-mobile? Man, we had a lot of good times in this baby. What's your dad want for it? Like 150 grand. 200 if they want that tape deck. You're not gonna tell your dad about the time my hamster had babies in the back seat, are you? That's just normal wear and tear, dude.
Subaru has the highest resale value of any brand, according to Kelley Blue Book. And Mitch. Love. It's what makes a Subaru a Subaru.
Jackie's heart attack didn't come with a warning. Today, her doctor has her on a Bayer aspirin regimen to help reduce the risk of another one. If you've had a heart attack, be sure to talk to your doctor before you begin an aspirin regimen.
Deep in the dark, untouched recesses of your engine is power you never knew it could produce. And vapor can set it free. New Stable 360 Performance unleashes that exclusive vapor technology that rises above the fuel line to protect your engine where other additives can't, to help keep your engine running cleaner, leaner, smoother, and stronger than ever. The next level of performance is in the vapor. Stable 360 Performance.
Are you still getting heartburn flare-ups? Time for a new routine. Try Nexium 24-Hour, the latest choice for frequent heartburn. Get complete protection. Nexium Level Protection.
Let's do a reality check. Kids will be kids. Dogs will be dogs. So let's get some paint that's more than just paint. Made to stand up to this and look beautiful for years. Let's lose the old marks and messes and stop new ones in their tracks. Let's worry-proof our walls. Let's do this.
Behr Premium Plus with Easy Clean Finish starting at $25.97 a gallon. The Home Depot. More saving, more doing.
You totaled your brand new car. Nobody's hurt, but there will still be pain. It comes when your insurance company says they'll only pay 3/4 of what it takes to replace it. What are you supposed to do? Drive 3/4 of a car? Now, if you had Liberty Mutual new car replacement, you'd get your whole car back. I guess they don't want you driving around on 3 wheels. Smart.
With Liberty Mutual new car replacement, we'll replace the full value of your car. See car insurance in a whole new light. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Red Nose Day is coming. Everybody looks good in red. The biggest stars are coming together.
Can you tell I got a nose job?
And they're helping raise money for children in the U.S. and worldwide.
The red nose is the symbol of the movement.
Join us and get your nose on. Red Nose Day, live May 21st.
Only on NBC.
The other great thing about it is it's weatherproof.
Currently in our area, 80 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Today, a mix of clouds and sun. High 86. Winds east-northeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, mainly clear skies. Low 73. Winds south-southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Wednesday, sunshine. High 87. Winds south-southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
It was right on top of us, and then it hit. And we took it to the edge. Didn't give up.
And rescuers in Northwest Columbia combing for anyone who may have been trapped by this river of mud. You see all the debris in that mud there. Well, officials confirm more than 60 deaths after a landslide roared into a ravine, but they're not sure how many people, if any, are still missing. This is a part of Columbia that had seen heavy rain for the last several days. Area roughly about 60 miles to the south of Medellin, and it looks like more rain on the way. Of course, this is the rainy season, and you see images like this, the landslide in the Andes Mountains. Everything just comes down, orographic lift. It's just a terrible setup that happens there.
Look at that, look at that. And just having
poor structure.
Yeah, you can just see the setup there. I mean, sitting in that valley.
Right.
Oh, awful.
Devastating.
All right. I know we'll know more as they get more information out of that area. Hey, good morning. Welcome to back to AMHQ, 29 minutes past the hour, on our way to 30. How about if we look at some of the cities that we're watching this morning? Dallas, we're watching you. Got our eye on you, Dallas. Right now, we're about 71 degrees. We're cloudy. A lot of the rain Jim's been talking about in the western part of Texas is kind of weakening as it moves in your direction, but not this afternoon.
Yeah, the San Angelo stuff's weakening, but we'll get convective this afternoon.
Firing up today.
And even overnight, too. We're going to get soaked.
And again on Wednesday. So Salt Lake City, right now we got a little mixture of sun and clouds, but Salt Lake, you're always beautiful. 49 degrees. I just got to say it. A chance of thunderstorms today. Tomorrow is your day, Salt Lake. Wow, Jen, what do you call that? A play day? It's your day to play.
It's your play day.
It's your
and
play
because
day.
You're setting up on a holiday and a longer weekend, it's your extra play day. Right? Hey, aren't you going to feed us right now?
Oh, you want a breakfast spot there? Okay, well, we would say
you
then
like
Penny Ann's Cafe on South Main Street. And you got to check out the pork chili verde skillet. It's home fries, Jim, topped with a little cheddar, some house-made chili verde sauce, and you can actually just take the Tabasco.
Yeah.
Go all over.
Oh, nice.
Now you're speaking Jim's language. You figured it out.
When you're doing the skillet.
The man likes some Tabasco sauce.
Like
that and Dunkin' coffee.
Spicy.
Those are his two vices right there. All right, well, let's talk more about the big picture. And today we have some rain out there, of course, for areas including parts of Texas. It seems like it's always happening there. And then you can see the rain and the snow setting up across parts of Colorado as well as the Northeast. Well, it's time to go over to the big wall. Ridge of high pressure in place, and this means cool temperatures across parts of the Midwest. This is not what it's supposed to feel like in May. This is what it feels like in March. This weather is insane. Temperatures below freezing in some of these spots. We're going to be looking at potentially some record lows like Fargo, as well as into Grand Forks. Now, the other area that we're watching is this cold front, and what's going to be happening is it makes its way over towards the east. This is going to be triggering some storms. We're already seeing some rain right now up and down Interstate 95, but here comes that second push, kicking off the storms later into the afternoon and the evening hours. Might still see some of those producing some damaging winds out there. And then we look at Texas, heavy rainfall. Once again, this is the setup. You know this pattern that's been coming and happening across parts of the plains and just really kind of producing all the rainfall for areas including Oklahoma as well as into Texas. This is the area here that we're going to be watching potentially for up to 6 inches of rainfall possible as we go through early next week. This is not letting up, and as we've been talking about drought buster out there, looks like it's going to happen. You just wish it didn't happen so fast.
Right, all at one time, and we may even top over what would be helpful for the drought. There's so much rain staying in that area. Let's get a check of the top news stories today. Ana Rodriguez is here.
Good morning, Sam. Good morning to you at home. We begin our headlines on Wall Street. The market's opening for business at this hour. 2 of the 3 major stock indexes finished at record highs Monday. The Dow Industrials at 18,298. The S&P at 2,129. We turn our attention to Georgia, where a DA is dropping trespassing charges against Michael Hammonds. The Gulf War vet smashed a window to save a dog from a hot car. The owner insisted Hammonds be prosecuted, but has backed down. And we stay in Georgia because this emu backing up interstate traffic in suburban Atlanta this morning. Officers in Douglas County wrangled the big bird and tweeted this mugshot. Pretty crazy.
Only in Atlanta.
Yeah, only in Atlanta, that's right. And Houston Astros pitcher Lance McCullers is making his Major League Baseball debut with Batman cleats on his feet. Why? The 21-year-old says, I just like Batman. I guess it didn't work because Houston lost to Oakland 2-1, but I don't know what it is about wearing something with a superhero emblem on it. I have Batman socks. It just makes you feel invincible. And when I put them on, I'm always looking for the bat signal. It never shows up, but that's okay.
I have Superman underoos, but that's a whole different story. I'm sorry, Dr. Bhatia. I'm so sorry.
I'm leaving to the good doctor.
I'm so sorry, doctor. I'm sorry.
I think I'm just going to have a smoothie.
This is what makes him successful.
Let's take a look at the tree pollen before we even get to the good doctor here with your solution. We're going to show you what's flaring up right now. And do you feel like it's a problem? Rochester, Buffalo. Is it, hey, Tidbit, is it Cleveland or Columbus that's high? Columbus, you are one of the top 3 cities for pollen today. So could a simple juice get rid of the allergies? And Jim, when I got to Atlanta, I swear that first year here almost killed me. Dr. Taz Bhatia.
That's our welcome gift, by the way, Atlanta allergies. So welcome to Atlanta.
All right.
But you can eat to beat allergies.
You say this works.
I say it works, and juicing is one of your tricks. So we have some of my favorites here, and we're going to walk through them. The first one is orange, honey, and ginger. They each have different properties. Orange has the vitamin C. Raw honey has propolis, which boosts the immune system.
All right.
And then you've got ginger, which gives a little bit of a kick. Fights inflammation, helping you to decrease your allergies.
Now, someone told me that if you go get a local honey, if you go to a local farmer's market, because it has the pollens and the flowers and everything locally, it actually will help desensitize you. Is that true?
That is actually true.
Okay.
We do feel like the raw honey, the local honey, those have more of the immune boosting properties versus like a store-bought honey that you pull off the shelf.
Do each one of these represent a single pollen or type of pollens that they'll...
Not necessarily.
This is all just kind of booster.
This is all immune boosting because you want to think about allergies as changing your immune system.
Okay, I'm going to drink this one because I want Jim to drink anything that's green. So
I want you to drink the green stuff. That's my mission today. All right, the next one. What we've got here is parsley. We've got parsley, mint, cucumber, and green apple. Again, they each have properties to it. Parsley is a diuretic. It's in a family of flavonoids, which are natural antihistamines and anti-inflammatories. We've got the mint, which acts as a decongestant. So when you've got that stuffy feeling, it'll help to loosen it. And apples are one of my favorites. They have quercetin. Remember, quercetin is an anti-inflammatory and an antihistamine. So sometimes, you know, when you're reaching for all those medications, think juicing.
So smart.
You may be able to stop your allergies.
Okay, now you've kind of sold me. You kind of sold me because what we read on the packages of chemical medicines are actually in these things, right?
Correct. Yeah, they all have natural properties
that
work similar to the medications.
All right, now what's that last one?
All right, this is another great one. This is kale.
It's a smoothie you can actually chew as well.
This is a chewable smoothie. This is kale, pineapple, and green apple again. Now, pineapple is the secret ingredient here. Pineapple has bromelain. Bromelain, remember, is again an antihistamine. It gives the kale a great taste. I know you're kale phobic, but this is going to give kale a nice little flavor to it. And then the kale, and it reduces swelling. And kale has a lot of antioxidants in it. So again, remember, immune system, immune system, immune system. You're going to boost your
I always get kale messed up. This is actually very smooth and not, you know, not
grass-like. Not chunky at all.
That's not bad at all.
So again, it's the mix. When you have a green that you want to use, mix it with a fruit that you love, and that's going to take away that chunkiness, kind of that bitter taste that some people
complain about. And no agita afterward, right?
No what?
No agita.
No, this is not pasta.
No, it's not pasta. You're going to be good with this.
I want to eat pasta?
All right. If you want to know more about these juices and how they can make you feel better during the allergy season, Dr. Taz has so much more. Dr. Taz MD, or go to drtaz.com. We're firing up the cannons so you'll know how to be safe during the middle of a tornado week. Thank you, Dr.
Weather Wellness Program is brought to you by Nature Made Vitamins.
Did you know only 1% of supplements have earned the USP mark? An independent certification for quality and purity. I recommend Nature Made because they've earned the most of any brand.
Nature Made, the #1 pharmacist-recommended fish oil brand.
Holy macaroni. This little thingamajig is some kind of super-duper special game. If Minos had thumbs, I'm pretty sure they'd be up right now. Gain Flames with 50% more scent.
Currently in our area, 81 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Today, a mix of clouds and sun. High 86. Winds east-northeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, mainly clear skies. Low 73. Winds south-southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Wednesday, sunshine. High 87. Winds south-southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Before 3, 2, 1, we built a gateway to the cosmos, following the steps of heroes on the Kennedy Space Center bus tour, one of thousands of exciting things to explore at Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex in Orlando. Always exploring.
If you're an adult with type 2 diabetes and your A1C is not at goal with certain diabetes pills or daily insulin, your doctor may be talking about adding medication to help lower your A1C. Ask your doctor if adding once-a-week Tanzium is right for you. Once-a-week Tanzium is an injectable prescription medicine that may improve blood sugar in adults with type 2 diabetes, along with diet and exercise. Once-a-week Tanzium works by helping your body release its own natural insulin when it's needed. Tanzium is not recommended as the first medicine to treat diabetes or in people with severe stomach or intestinal problems. Tanzium is not insulin. It is not used to treat type 1 diabetes or diabetic ketoacidosis and has not been studied with mealtime insulin. Do not take Tanzium if you or your family have a history of medullary thyroid cancer or multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2, or if you're allergic to Tanzium or any of its ingredients. Stop using Tanzium and call your doctor right away if you experience symptoms of a serious allergic reaction, which may include itching, rash, or difficulty breathing. If you have signs of pancreatitis, such as severe stomach pain that will not go away and may move to your back, with or without vomiting. Or if you have symptoms of thyroid cancer, which include a lump or swelling in your neck, hoarseness, trouble swallowing, or shortness of breath. Before using Tanzium, talk to your doctor about your medical conditions, all medicines you're taking, if you're nursing, pregnant, or may become pregnant, and about low blood sugar and how to manage it. Taking Tanzium with a sulfonylurea or insulin increases your risk for low blood sugar. Common side effects with Tanzium include diarrhea, nausea, injection site reactions, cough, back pain, and cold or flu symptoms. Some serious side effects can lead to dehydration, which may cause kidney failure. Ask your doctor if adding once-a-week Tanzium is right for you. Go to Tanzium.com to learn if you may be eligible to receive Tanzium free for 12 months. Make every week a Tanzium week.
The open road. It takes on many forms. From the scenic highways to the rugged trails. From the sand-covered to the well-traveled. They lead us to the beauty of nature and the beauty of simple pleasures. The open road is alive and well and waiting to take us to Pure Michigan. Your trip begins at Michigan.org.
What makes Lay's Kitchen different from the rest? We pride ourselves on bold, authentic flavors with the finest ingredients. The satisfying crunch and rich flavors of Lay's kettle-cooked chips. One taste and you're in love.
Before space stations, before moonwalks, we lit that candle and shot to the stars. Walk among our most powerful creations at the Rocket Garden, one of thousands of exciting things to explore at Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex in Orlando. Always exploring.
Well, look at this lightning and some of the pop-up severe storms that came across Atlanta yesterday. You can see the roadways really got a pounding there. The city picked up, in some spots, 2 inches of rainfall, with most falling in the afternoon. Came in 2 different rounds, and drivers saw heavy downpours and flooding in the streets. And 1 inch of hail was reported in Marietta, not far away from the Weather Channel headquarters. At the airport, they picked up 1.19 inches. And for this time this month, right now, we're running at a deficit about 0.64. So we did need the rainfall out there. And guess what? More is going to be coming. And we're going to see it for areas like New Orleans today, high of 85 degrees. The storm's kicking in with the afternoon heating. And any of these storms today could be producing some of that heavy rainfall. A lot of moisture to work with. Look at the dew points, already nearly 70 in New Orleans, as well as 67 in Memphis, 60s out there. What we have are 2 highs, 1 in the Atlantic as well as 1 in the Gulf, just pumping in that moisture. As we look ahead throughout the afternoon, what we're going to see is all that moisture there, then that front comes out to play, and that's going to be triggering those storms. We're going to see those arriving in some of these locations right around the noontime hour. Here it is for you in northern parts of Georgia as well as into South Carolina, and then more spreading in coverage for parts of the south, as well as even New Orleans right around 5, 6 o'clock. Very typical. Raleigh talking to you in areas including parts of Cape Hatteras. Today, temperatures climb into the upper 70s. It's going to be hot. It's going to be humid, or should say upper 80s this afternoon. Here's your forecast. Charleston, 89 degrees for Tuesday. Wednesday and Thursday, we're still looking at thunderstorms out there. High of 89 degrees. And of course, we're going to continue this hot pattern as we go through tomorrow as well. Back over to you guys.
Get ready,
Did you get the kale out?
I'm just trying to get the kale out of my teeth. All right.
I know. Anybody got a toothpick?
So I might just be talking like this for a little while. But here's something that we learned today, Jim. We learned that a 100-mile-an-hour wind can take a 2x4 at 35 miles an hour and take it through the wall of your house, through an interior wall of your house. And that's an important thing to show people.
Standard construction.
Yep.
Okay. Also a sliding glass door. A lot of people like to stand by the window and watch the tornado outside. Okay, well, I'm going to move behind the wall. They say don't stand by the glass, and film it through the glass, and then it comes through the wall. So we've shown you both these. Can we do that again?
Yeah, let's
Just to show everybody, because I mean, those of you that weren't with us at 7:40 and 8:40 this morning.
That's Chris. Chris
Mullen. Chris Mullen is our expert this morning. There's the sliding glass door. By the way, it took out the back edge of the chair.
Yeah.
So and went right through the wall. So that was incredible. Look at that.
Right through the wall. Right through the wall, through 2 walls, if you think about it right there. And that's why when we say take safe shelter, you can't stand by an exterior wall of your house, because let's just say that's a tree limb or anything else that it's throwing around. So my next question, Jim, is like hail damage. We talk about this hail. Is there something you can do to the outside of your house to protect yourself or limit hail damage?
Well, we know what hail does to a roof.
Yeah.
And a lot of people think, well, if I'm just in my house, it's my roof that's going to get pounded, not me. Let's bring Chris Mullen back in at the State Farm Lab in Bloomington, Illinois. Chris, again, great job today. Let's talk about hail, the dangers of especially big hail when you're over golf ball size like we have here.
Great, thank you, and welcome back to State Farm's lab in Bloomington, Illinois. As Jim said, we had a demo showing you what a 2x4 can do coming through a wall. We're going to show the kind of damage you can expect from 2-inch hail between a golf ball and a baseball size hail. Let's fire the gun once and show you the kind of damage we get, and then we'll talk about it.
All right, so Chris, I'm going to be the pessimist at home and say, well, hail doesn't come in sideways, it comes in at an angle. What do you say to that?
Yes, it does. Let's fire this now at 3, 2, 1. Okay, Jim, to your point. Yeah, hail doesn't come in sideways, but what we're firing is at 70 miles an hour, which is representative of wind-driven hail or free-falling hail. It's the same speed. And so what you see here is you get this kind of damage. And, of course, we shot the wall up so you can see multiple impacts from hail. But when you do have this, just like we talked about earlier, now you have a hole in your house.
Yeah.
So water can get in, wind can get in. You have to worry about uplift.
What is that material, Chris? What is the material?
This is just standard construction.
Okay.
This is vinyl siding. Nothing special about this wall.
But
and we are going to fire the hail gun again.
But still, big hail represents a problem to the homeowner where you're going to have to obviously put a claim in and insure that, right? Or get it fixed.
That's right. That's right. And that's why we're doing the research here. We want to understand, are there materials that are more impact resistant? And if you've got this kind of damage to the side of your house, you can imagine what you have to the roof of your house.
Yeah.
And that's why we have a roof sample here that was aged. You start to see the damage you get on the roof, and it's going to show very minimal damage as far as sight, but underneath of the shingle is where you have a problem. That's where it's cracked. The water can get in, and that's why we've also tested impact-resistant roofing. Enough to know that we should be discounting that. So for certain states in prone regions, we offer between 3 and 30% discount to encourage folks to consider impact-resistant roofing when they're retrofitting
take care
or
of your old
building
roofing. Hey, Chris.
Yeah, we're going to come back to you, Chris, because we want you to talk about the roofing materials that you guys give discounts for, as well as the
fire
siding.
the cannon again. I want to
fire
fire the cannon. Yes, fire the cannon again.
We'll fire. So stick around, Chris. We'll be right back.
The Lab is brought to you by State Farm. When nature strikes, State Farm is there to get you to a better state.
And I turn around and there's 3 rattlesnakes.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Don't worry, Rob. You're covered.
State Farm agents are there whenever you need them.
What's with the sash?
Oh, I'm a Blast Scout.
What are all these for?
Yeah, they're all for different things. This one's for eating a blast.
Oh, cool.
This one's for getting someone to buy me a blast.
What's that one for?
That one's covering up a hole.
Tons of surprising Master Blast flavor combos you're sure to love. This is how you Sonic.
Time to sweat, boys. Big time. Let's get this thing right. This is my one shot.
Sometimes it takes a little kick in the rear end.
You got it, baby.
To get you going.
I have made fire!
Fat Guys in the Woods. The new season starts June 7th, only on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 81 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Today, a mix of clouds and sun. High 86. Winds east-northeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, mainly clear skies. Low 73. Winds south-southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Wednesday, sunshine. High 87. Winds south-southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
During Mahindra dealer days, there are two kinds of people. Those who get Mahindra Max or E-Max for 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments till September, and those who don't. Folks who get savings on power package bundles, and the other guys. Oh, and don't forget our 5-year warranty. Hurry in for Dealer Day savings.
The world's #1 selling tractor. Visit MahindraUSA.com.
Think the tree we carved our names in is still here?
That's probably dead.
How much fun is this?
What?
What a beautiful sunset.
If you like sunsets.
Whether you're sweet or salty, you'll love Nature Valley Sweet and Salty Bars. Need new tires? Right now at Pep Boys, when you get 3 Falcon, Cooper, or Hankook tires, you get the 4th tire free instantly. Plus, get no interest and paid in full within 12 months on your Pep Boys credit card. Trust the boys to get you there.
There are no medals won for earning a living. It's just what you do for family. But it's hard to build a future if you can't see past today. That's why Walmart is investing in the most important part of our company, our people. Because a raise in pay raises us all.
Subito.
The all-new Fiat 500X crossover. Ooh. Bigger, more powerful, and ready for action.
Xfinity sales professionals are always on the go, meeting new people every day. They're helping families get the latest Xfinity products and services. And they're making customers happy. Jumpstart your career with the best sales training in the industry. Great benefits like discounts on your own Xfinity services and the potential for high earnings. Have what it takes? Apply today and see what doors open for you.
Braman BMW of Jupiter is under construction, but we have to stay open to move our excess inventory. To make room, we're making deals. Hundreds of BMWs must be sold, so our dust is your advantage. New BMWs from only $239 a month. Financing as low as 0.9%. Pre-owned vehicles with special construction markdowns. And during our construction, make no payments for 90 days. The construction sales event, now at Braman BMW of Jupiter. Our dust is your advantage, so come in and save thousands. Don't miss it.
All All you got to do is show us something that's amazing out there. We love to see your pictures. Every picture you share, we'll try to share it as well right here on AMHQ. Hey, all right. So here we are at 53 minutes after the hour. Let's just go here. Hailstones may not be as strong as a 2x4, but still can do some serious damage to your home.
So, Chris Mullen, again, with the State Farm test site there in Bloomington. Chris, we've done the siding. We know that just standard siding, you'll dent a home with hail coming down. It does come down at an angle, as we know. What about roofing material? Let's talk about what happens to the roof.
So let's talk about the roof. We're going to fire the gun, and then we'll tell you a little bit more about roofing. As you said, hail's our biggest issue. Quarter of our losses last year and $2.4 billion. So this is a big deal for us. We're going to fire the gun, and then we'll talk about the roof. Clear? 3, 2, 1. Okay. So again, similar damage to the siding.
It looks like it, yeah, just knocked
it's shattered.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
But
so
anyway,
we have a little bit of shatter
it's a claim,
here.
right? Because we know one stone doesn't come out of a storm. There are multiple stones causing multiple damage.
Right, right. And yes, this will have to be repaired. And similar to the roof, as you mentioned, if this is on the side of your house, your roof has sustained damage too. Yeah. And that's where you're going to need to look to considering impact-resistant materials.
Yeah. So where are we at with this, Chris, in terms of siding and roof? Are there materials out there that can handle those size stones or smaller?
There are material, and this is above average size, if you will, but this does fall. This is between a golf ball and a baseball. So this is above average, but there are materials that can handle hail strikes like this, especially if they're impact resistant. When it comes to roofing, we do offer discounts for impact resistant roofing or IRR, and it does make a difference on your home, especially when you don't have to have the hassle of a claim.
And how much more does the consumer pay for that type of roof on average?
It varies. It varies by region, but you're looking at probably 20–30% more. But when you don't have a claim, when you're getting 3 to 30% off of your discount on your insurance, it does make a big deal.
All right. Chris Mullen, State Farm, thank you guys for talking to us this morning about creating a better mousetrap.
It's also good to know.
I mean, we really want you to be safe inside, and that's the key to this whole thing.
Yeah, it's good to know that somebody's out there testing these materials to be able to say to you, hey, this is the best bet. This is the one that's going to have the least amount of damage. This is what's going to keep you safe in a storm. It's nice to know.
Absolutely. All right, let's talk about where else we may get some hail in the next coming days. We're going to walk down on this camera here and head over to my sink. It's kind of interesting. We have all these nicknames here for all these different places in here. And this is the sink. And it is kind of like the sink, because if I wanted to wash my hands, I'd have to bend over here like this, and I've always got a backache. Anyway, again, if you guys were watching the last couple of weeks, we were talking about Wichita Falls and how excited I was for this wonderful little town to really get some beneficial rainfall. Look at what we've had so far this year, 17.2 inches of rain. Now, all of 2011, 12.97. So we've already crushed that, and we're not even through May yet. But look at what we've had just in May compared to the 2011 total. Wichita Falls, you got to be feeling good about life right now. It's been a rough ride, but man, we are busting out of this drought. 2014, all these areas that had moderate, severe, extreme, and exceptional drought. Look at the inroads we've made, especially in the worst part of the drought. So we've made some major inroads there, and we will continue to chop away at this. Here's a great map. Dina Knightley did a great job making it. She had to hand draw this one. All right, look at this. Here's the drought last May. Look at it now. Gone. Just about gone. And remember, we're going to get more improvements this week, and we're going to see more rainfall. Some of the lakes, Grapevine Lake, for example, is at 161% of storage capacity. 6 months ago, only at 57%. So, Jen and A-Rod, think about this. It's a Memorial Day weekend. For the last several years, these people have gone to these lakes. They want to go boating. They want to go swimming, fishing. They haven't been able to. Now,
almost a return to normalcy. Yeah,
Big
that's
time.
incredible. I know a lot of people tweeted me while I was in Texas that the lakes in their backyards went from completely dry to 40% full in just a week. We know that officials in Colorado are watching the flooding and the rain this morning. Our pictures are coming in, just brand new pictures into our newsroom. This is around Manitou Springs, Colorado. The Fountain Creek running really high. Overnight, guys, get this. It went from 4 feet to 7 feet. Jim, we have a warning in effect until 9:15 local time, so be aware.
And Weather Center Live is coming up next. Chris Warren and Jen Carfagna will talk more about this. Just stay right after the local on 8. We'll see you right there.
Currently in our area, 82 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Today, a mix of clouds and sun. High 86. Winds east-northeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, mainly clear skies. Low 73. Winds south-southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Wednesday, sunshine. High 87. Winds south-southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.